Yeah, I keep urging people to do their own research, but that advice becomes dangerous when the primary source of information has been compromised. Wikipedia is no longer a neutral encyclopedia or a source of information. It has been transformed into a PR tool for regimes and for bad actors, just like in this case. And we've seen reports of major communication firms, some with ties to high-level politicians, even Keir Starmer's aide was involved in one of them, and they are paid to polish the image of countries like Qatar, organizations like Hamas. And when a platform's reliability is solely dependent on the people writing the articles, and those people have a financial or political agenda, the truth is the first casualty, as we're seeing. The bias is not just a subtle one; it's blatant rewriting of history, and we saw it after the October 7th massacre when Wikipedia editors were attempting to rewrite the events of October 7th and change instead of saying that Israelis were massacred, to change it to battles. It becomes so egregious that even the co-founder of Wikipedia, Jimmy Wales, had to intervene to block edits on the Gaza genocide page due to gross violations of neutrality. So when the foundational terms like Zionism, Intifada, genocide are altered to fit a specific anti-Israel narrative, Wikipedia is no longer a trusted source of information. It's not hosting a debate. It's hosting a coordinated attempt of a campaign of disinformation.
And as you say, it's not subtle, it's blatant. When you look at the term genocide, the term itself is a perfect example, given that genocide, by definition, needs to include intent, and the fact that the war on the 7th of October was started by Hamas, something that, as you say, fact checkers are trying to ignore. Chen, what is Israel doing to counter this kind of misinformation online?
It's very difficult to counter it because it is open source, and we must understand that we're not fighting against some random people online. Hamas is the second richest terrorist organization in the world, and they don't just spend money on tunnels; they spend it on influence as well. And they've spent 22 years on infiltrating every sector in Gaza, from schools to hospitals to international NGOs like UNRWA and the Red Cross, as we've seen. They paid journalists and influencers in Gaza to relay their propaganda to the West. And for those they don't need to pay, like certain UN rapporteurs that are volunteering to join them, they're just doing it because they believe in the ideology. So it's a very difficult one for Israel to fight. I think it requires much bigger investment, and it requires also a campaign to educate the public and create media literacy. And we have to stop treating Wikipedia as the finish line of research and start treating it as the starting point. We need to teach the public, especially younger generation, that open source doesn't mean neutral. It means contested, and they have to think critically when they engage with Wikipedia. And yes, we need to have more voices and more good people around the world, editing Wikipedia, joining this fight. Also, reminding the world what happened on October 7th, and reminding the world constantly what has happened, because that's something I do every day, and I encourage everyone to continue doing it, because Hamas is counting on people having short memories, and they're counting on their activity really being successful. We have to stop it.
And now there's a need to fact check those doing the fact checking as well. Chen Mazig, live from London, as always, appreciate you being with us on I-24 News.